Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today I'm going to be running some more emerging conduits, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something big that has happened actually today. And that is that the system of Niarja is under invasion by Triglavian forces. And Niarja is not any system, and it also is not any your average system when it comes to the invasions. Let's just quickly warp to emerging conduit. So the thing is, Niarja is the system over here. So it's the thing about Niarja is it's the bottleneck system between Jita and Amarr. So if you guys do not know, Jita and Amarr are two of the biggest trade hubs in EVE. So people often go between Jita and Amarr and exchange goods in that way. And you can see here, here's Jita, and if you want to go from Jita directly to Amarr, it's like a few jumps, I think 10 jumps, yeah, to go to Amarr. So you go through these systems, and then you got Niarja right in the middle. You can actually already even see it here if we go into the Triglavian invasion. Stellar reconnaissance, Niarja. Oof. So this is an important thing because you can see here that like it's obviously going to affect the trade route between Jita and Amarr. And if the Triglavians, attack, for example, freighters, it could mean big things. A lot of people could potentially die. Triglavians do hit hard. Remember, I lost at one point a 1 billion ISK Rattlesnake that had over 2k EHP per second. I mean, hauling ships have no chance unless they're like cloaked up, or unless they're like a crazy tank somehow are able to get more than 2k EHP per second. But even then, Triglavian fleets can be really deadly. And another reason why this is extremely important as well, why Niarja is particularly interesting, is because it's a blue star. See here, if we go in Dotlan for Niarja and we're going Celestials, we see it's a blue star. Niarja, the star that's in the Niarja system is a blue star. And this is big, guys, because for you guys who do not know, if a star is blue, and I think it was some other color, I think it was yellow or something, but main thing was blue, then the Triglavians are going to turn the system into Lowsec if they gain control. So this is a big thing, guys. If the Triglavians get this system, it will turn into Lowsec. Eventually it will turn into Nullsec. So this will basically mean there's no way people will be able to go here because this is going to basically be camped all the time. So there's no way normal hauling vessels are going to get past. Absolutely not freighters. They're going to get annihilated by going through here. So this is really big, guys. Like the thing is, you have to then, say if people want to haul stuff between Jita and Amarr, what they'll have to do is avoid. So let's see if you avoid Niarja. Look, we've got 13 jumps. Oh my god, 49 jumps. Do you see that? From 13 to 49. Okay, so we got 3 systems here. So, but this is, yeah, we had 36 extra jumps by avoiding Niarja because we had 13, and we got 49. So 36 extra jumps just from if you want to avoid this, and you still have to go through some Triglavian invasion systems. So this is basically almost going to completely cut off normal or bulk supply lines between the Amarr and Caldari or Amarr and Jita trade hub. So this not only is going to make like probably that a lot of people die who do not notice that this is like this is a system that can get that there's in being invaded by, and it can have a security status reduced so that people could die potentially. It also means that has a big impact on the market. Like imagine prices probably are going to go up. Like stuff that's produced a lot in Amarr will have a harder time going to Jita. So probably those, if there's like some particular item, I'm not too familiar with the market, but if there's some particular item that's very popular in Amarr but not as popular in Jita, it's going to be very high in Jita, or opposite. Say something is really there's a big supply in Jita but not so big supply in Amarr, then the prices in Amarr are going to go really high, and this can have lots of impacts on other things. For example, like factional warfare, like those people who are in factional warfare, they'll maybe have to go to Jita from Amarr if they want to purchase some kind of like ships or something, because there maybe the prices will maybe be too high in Amarr. This is like have big consequences. This is just really interesting because ever since the Triglavian invasion happened, I've always been thinking like, what would happen? Because so far, the main systems that have been like invaded or turned into Lowsec and Nullsec, it's not been particularly like interesting or amazing systems. For example, we got this. The closest one to Jita was this system called Sakenta here. So if we go to Sakenta, so here you can see that Sakenta has been turned into Nullsec. It's red, and the thing is, Sakenta is not really at all an interesting system. If we go in Dotland, you can see here, so it's just like a system that's just like attached to the main like grid of systems. So really there's nothing really going on here. It's just one random system. So it's not really much that will happen when those systems get conquered or taken over. The only thing is that a lot of PvP will happen there, but I mean, that is really, it could just be fun, you know, a lot of fun stuff can be done there. But like, if this when this happens, where the invasion systems occur in major, like, important systems, like ones that connect two of the biggest trade hubs in EVE together, this will have massive consequences. Like, I wonder what will happen, because like the price is probably going to go messed up all over the place. Maybe the Amarr ships will go for low, or maybe because maybe it will be harder. I can imagine, you know what I'm thinking about, you know, I was talking about factional warfare. I'm also thinking that potentially this could mean that or items that go in the LP stores for Amarr factional warfare, they'll have a harder time getting to Jita because of how they're mostly the Amarr LP stores are in the Amarr space, so they'll probably have a longer time to go to Jita, so probably those will cost a lot more. And the same thing for Caldari stuff, like if there's Caldari specific LP store items, they'll probably go for more price. This could probably possibly affect like Abyssal runnings as well, because the Caldari Navy large shield extenders, Navy large, you see this one here, this is often used in a lot of passive gear fits. So this is another reason, guys, go for the active gear fits. They're so much better. But this is just amazing. I'm wondering what's going to happen. I hope this doesn't affect me too much, because this will make so that I actually will have a hard time getting from back to and forward from Amarr. I mean, usually I don't travel so much back and forward from Amarr because I'm mainly based out in Jita or the Caldari region. But I can imagine if I want to make some trips to Amarr, it's going to be a lot harder, or at least I'll have to use a cloaking ship. I can't just whoop out my battleship like this. This will also be interesting, actually, because this will make the potential for more people to go through wormholes. Like, say if people are desperate to, like, even if, like, say someone wanted to transport something between Amarr and Jita, it's 36 extra jumps. That's so long time. And imagine if you have like a slow ship, for example, I don't know, a battleship, for some reason you want to transport your battleship, I don't know, say it's like your missioning ship or something, because actually at one point I have moved missioning hubs occasionally, so I've had to transport this Rattlesnake, and that takes forever because the ship is just so slow. Like, the Rattlesnake is a big boy, it's a big boat. And the thing is, like, if someone wants to do those travel between Amarr and Jita, it's going to be a big thing, even not just because of like the safety, but also because of the time. Like, they'll take so much extra time, and I feel like this would maybe bring the potential for people to do traveling through wormholes, because wormholes will potentially make it a lot quicker because of how they make it so that you just go through a wormhole, find a wormhole that leads to Highsec, and you'll maybe go quicker to the next one. And this could be pretty interesting if like people go with pretty expensive battleships that they want to transport out into the to a different part of Highsec through a wormhole. You know, people could set up traps, and you know, people will get really wrecked if they get caught somehow. You know, when the first I think it was the first Triglavian system, or the first system that was taken over by, oh wait, return my drones, because look at them all firing on my drones, you can see here. Yeah, when the first system fell to Triglavians, it was that system, I believe it was Raravos, or I'm not sure if it was that system that caused this, but what happened was I used to then be running missions in Amarr space, and there was actually a Chemeltech agent which I ran for there. Chemeltech is because I've got good standings with the Galenta Sisters of Eve, so I was running for this Chemeltech faction or corp, because it's got like the standings are derived from the Galenta Federation. Like, if you have good standings with Galenta Federation, you also have good standings with Chemeltech. So it was a good, it had pretty like decent LP stores, and back then I was also living in Amarr, so it was good for me because I was able to have a mission hub that was nearby with decent ISK per LP. And so the thing is, when this first system fell, this invasion system, or this like turned into like Nullsec or whatever, then actually the system of I think it was Raravos, got cut off my mission running ship. So it was actually like a Rattlesnake like I'm using now. It was just stranded in this mission running system because the bottleneck to take to go from that mission hub system to the rest of Highsec, like the main grid of Highsec systems that lead to all the other systems, was cut off because that Nullsec or Lowsec system cut it off. And this was like, it was so annoying because my ship was just trapped there. Like, I couldn't get out with my ship unless I used like a really speedy ship. So what I did was actually it was really interesting because I found a wormhole, so exactly like you do, and that wormhole was even populated by a lot of people as well. So I was really scared, but then I actually talked to them, and I was like, oh hey guys, can I please let me through? I'm just moving my ship because of the Triglavian invasion. And you know what, surprisingly enough, like for Eve, you know, where it's like a really harsh universe and everything, they were really nice. They were like, oh sure thing, come on guys, we'll escort you out. And they were actually really cool. They were like, even they said, oh, the wormhole is here that leads to high sec. Yeah. I was so surprised because I was almost 100% sure those guys would like knock me out straight away when they see that I go to into the system, but they didn't actually. It was really nice. They were really cool. It was just so cool. Like the people who like really helped me out, and this is just showing how these Triglavian invasions can have actual consequences, because my ship was stuck there, so I had no ability to move my ship, and especially since at the time I wanted to move back to Caldari space, so that was a big problem because I wanted to move back to Caldari space, and it's just I was just trapped there. Like, what the heck am I going to do, man? I'm just trapped here. And the thing is that since there was the first system that fell to Lowsec or Triglavians, so became Lowsec and Nullsec, it was turbo camped. It was just camped 24/7. People were just like there camping it all the time, because it was like it's not only that it was like a Lowsec and Nullsec system in the middle of high sec, but also it was just like the new hot thing. Like everyone in the news was like, oh, Raravos has fallen, so everyone was going there like checking out. So it was so popular. Like you had these fleets of battle cruisers just warping all over the place. I remember I think Test Alliance even had it, but I'm blue to them, so it was alright. But I remember like seeing like Ferox battle cruisers and Drake battle cruisers just flying all over the place. Like I could see on D-Scan like these big fleets all over the place, because they were like headhunting people like who would decide to go through, who wouldn't notice it, because there were many people who didn't even pay attention. They're like, oh, this, because they probably have been hauling for such a long time, they don't even bother considering that it's just switched to Lowsec and Nullsec. So they were just like, oh, I'm just gonna go my usual route, and then they go there, and then they just get ganked. And like you could see there on the Z kill board that billions were getting killed all the time. And think about it, this is Raravos, so it was a system that not even is that particular like amazing. Like it was close, like quite close to Amarr, but it was not blocking off any really essential trade systems. Like it was blocking off obviously my mission system, but it was not like anything particular of interest other than that one missioning system, and it wasn't even that popular of a missioning system anyway, so it was didn't really do much. But imagine now, Niarja, the system connecting the two biggest trade hubs in Eve, gets blocked off. Like, oh my god, these lot of people who've like been hauling back and forth, who've not even really who are just so used to it, they just have oh, this is my usual route, I'm just gonna go back and forth, and then they just got boom, they just got popped, insta popped in the gate by these gate campers. Then I can imagine we'll see billions and billions, maybe even trillions of ISK that gets destroyed, because it was billions going down in Raravos, and that was not even such a popular system. Imagine here, which is like connecting one of the most popular trade hubs in Eve, and how it's going to really cut off these two areas of space because of the 36 extra jumps. It's just going to be really a sight to behold, and I really hope not too many people lose this stuff, because there's going to be a lot of tears, a lot of sad people. Hopefully not too many. I know already rage unsubscribes because of that, because I'll be a bit sad losing players. But I just think this change is amazing, just because the thing is, you have to understand, Eve's existed for such a long time. It existed in 2003, I think it was when it came out of beta, and nothing has ever happened like this, that system just gets blocked off like this. This is the first, like right now with the new invasion stuff, this is the first time this stuff has ever happened. So it's like a really unique thing in the like almost 17 years or almost 20 years of Eve being around. This is the first time this has ever happened. So this will probably really rock the boat, or at least put people out of their comfort zone that they're really used to for all these years. Let's see now. Okay, we got some decent loot. Let's see, a 10 mil. Block that in here. Oh, and we've got lots of salvage. So I didn't get 80 mil from this site. I already had a bit from before, but I think it was like 30 mil salvage, so that was really good. So I think I'll call it for this video, guys. That was a bit of discussion. Oh, I don't even have enough space for that mobile tractor unit. Yeah, I think this is just amazing changes that are going to come to Eve. Really stick around, check Ezekiel for big losses, because that's going to be really fun to laugh at. But these are just amazing changes that are going to come here. Really want to see what's going on. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If this was interesting, or if you found this fun in some way, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.